Welcome to the final portion of Brand Fluency, Phase 1, Success Awareness. This module is about zooming out for a moment and understanding how success is measured at Siren Song, not just in numbers, but in feeling, perception, and long-term impact. Everything we've talked about so far, brand, hospitality, and professionalism, feeds directly into this. Success here isn't accidental. It's the result of many small, intentional choices made consistently, day after day. At Siren Song, success shows up in both intangible and tangible ways, and both matter. We start with the intangible, because this is where the experience is built. Success looks like a value-driven guest experience, one where guests feel that their time, money, and energy were genuinely worth it. It looks like unreasonable hospitality. That phrase comes from the book, Unreasonable Hospitality, by Will Guidara, a framework we subscribe to as a company, whether or not it's always been named explicitly. Much of how Siren Song operates has been shaped by this philosophy. At its core, unreasonable hospitality is about going a little further than expected in thoughtful, human ways, creating moments that feel intentional, personal, and memorable. Success also looks like a positive impression of the brand, guests leaving with the clear sense of who we are, how we operate, and why Siren Song feels different. Those feelings are often what guests remember most. Tangible success. Those intangible moments show up in measurable ways. Wine club conversions, or signing up guests for our wine club, means that guests are choosing to continue a relationship with Siren Song beyond just their visit. This tells us that they didn't just enjoy their experience, they trusted the brand enough to commit to it. Positive reviews on platforms like Google, Yelp, and TikTok are critical for bringing new guests through the door. They shape first impressions long before someone ever visits us in person. Bottle sales reflect confidence in the product. Guests aren't just enjoying a glass, they want to take Siren Song home with them or share it with others. And finally, an average ticket of $40 or more per person tells us that guests are engaging fully with the experience. Food, wine, and atmosphere together, rather than just passing through. These numbers helps us understand whether the experience we created is landing the way we intended it to. They allow Siren Song to grow sustainably, reinvest in quality, and continue creating the kind of environment we're proud to work in. The important thing to understand is that tangible success doesn't exist separately from the experience. It's the natural result of doing the intangible well, consistently and intentionally. Zooming out even further, Siren Song's success as a business is supported by 4 major revenue streams. Those are retail food and beverage and public events, private events, wine club, and overnight stays. These are deeply interconnected. A guest might come in for a glass of wine, discover the food program, attend an event, join the wine club, or return for an overnight stay. Even when you're focused on one guest, one table, or one task, you're contributing to this larger ecosystem. Every role supports the long-term health of the brand. Success also depends on how we communicate, support, and hold one another accountable. At Siren Song, feedback is handled intentionally and thoughtfully. We believe in praise publicly and criticize privately. Wins should be celebrated out in the open. Growth conversation should be respectful, clear, and constructive. Feedback here happens in several ways. Weekly spot feedbacks, monthly manager check-ins, and annual formal reviews. This structure is designed to keep communication consistent, not reactive. We also believe in recognizing effort and excellence. That shows up in a few ways. Some rewards are wine club sign-up incentives, competitions tied to reviews, bottle sales, plating, or even team shout-outs, and team gatherings that celebrate our shared success. When expectations aren't being met, the process is equally clear. Expectations are clarified, training is provided, and support is always offered. If challenges continue, next steps may include role changes, reduced hours, or termination. The goal is always clarity, fairness, and alignment, never surprises. This brings us to the end of Phase 1, Brand Fluency of Siren Song University. Success here isn't defined by a single moment or metric. It's built through consistency, care, and awareness, as well as a shared ownership of the experience. Every interaction matters, every role matters, and every person plays a part in shaping what Siren Song becomes. When we focus on creating meaningful experiences, supporting one another, and staying aligned with our values, success follows, naturally and sustainably. Thank you for investing in this work and in the experience we create together.